I guess that's kind of how it goes.
If you'd like to call in, to ask me or Jameson a question, the number is 585-633-7487. Again, that's 585-633-7487. And Jameson, this, the Hoke thing, it's, everybody's talking about Harbaugh going there. I don't understand. I get the point that he's gone. He went to Michigan. He'd like to build it back up. I just don't see him wanting to go back there, especially, you're going up against Urban Meyer, who I think's pretty much not got a stranglehold, but he's got a good control over that Big Ten East right now. I don't see him going back, and I don't see why he would go back. The only three, I would have understood why he would have left San Francisco to go to Texas or something like that, but, Michigan, I don't buy it. I think he's going to take another NFL job before he goes back to college. What do you think as far as Harbaugh goes?
Well, it feels like the Harbaugh-Michigan deal is already a done deal. It sounds like it's very, very a done deal. It seems like it's already set in stone. He went to Michigan. He's a Michigan man. The fan base will love it. The alumni will love it. Remember, he's a guy that went to Stanford and took on Pete Carroll head on. And, he was part of the reason why, USC started to crumble was because, he went in there in 2007 and, 41-point underdog and, solo win from the USC Trojans that were probably going to win the national championship that year. So, him going into a conference isn't a big deal. But him being the face of a major program is. If he can be the face of Michigan, they can pay him a bunch of money and he can be the most important guy in that university. I think that's the kind of stuff that excites him. I do think if the Texas job was open this year, he may have reconsidered because I think that he really wanted that job, but it was hard to turn down after the season he was coming off of with the Niners. But the way the Niners season's going, I do know they won today. But that's not the same team we've seen over the last couple of years. That team's not as good as they once were. They're still a talented football team. They just weren't. They're just not as good. They're not as good as they have been. And when you don't get along with your supervisor or your boss, your boss doesn't like you, it's not going to work. In the long term, it's not going to work.
Well, and it's weird with Harbaugh. Well, it's not weird. It's just, they've had so much success, and they're talking about how the veterans are starting to turn on him in the 49ers locker room. It's like, okay, if you're a veteran and you're playing under the Singletary regime and, the years when they were terrible, it's like, what are you complaining? Do you guys not want to win? What do you guys want? I know he runs kind of a, dictatorship there, but it's just weird to me when, a team's been to 3 straight NFC championship games, and then all of a sudden there's rumors of, the players hating the coach and stuff like that. It just confuses me that, players are so quick to start hating a guy when they've been garbage for so long.
Well, it's tough because you got to think about it like this. At the end of the day, the message gets old. When it comes to coaches, we know how quick, turnaround rates are when it comes to coaches. Coaching, it gets kind of stale. The message, the whole rah-rah stuff and the whole message, it gets kind of stale, especially when you're hearing it every day, all day, just constant. Sometimes it just gets kind of stale. And you know what? I do think the way things are going right now, I just think when it comes down to it, the Niners, they've had a good run, but your window only stays open for so long, and I think the players in that locker room, they respect Harbaugh, and I think they still play hard for him. But there's so much going on with that roster and under that organization. You have the GM or head of player personnel not getting on with the coach. Never a good deal. Never, ever a good thing. You have guys getting in trouble off the field. That's an organization problem. And it's not just one guy. You get multiple guys getting in trouble and bringing negative, news stuff to the team. And then, you have a lot of things going on. You have a quarterback that is regressing. Colin Kaepernick's a talented guy, but he has regressed. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of different things going on. And sometimes, you know what? Harbaugh may look at the situation as like, I may have already peaked here. Let's try something else. So we'll see how this season plays out. Still a lot of time. They can still correct a lot of things. But if I'm Harbaugh, I'm looking to go elsewhere.
If there's another so I guess Michigan's probably the only college job. I mean, Florida's going to open up.
Texas can open up too. Texas, as crazy as it sounds, Texas can open up again as well.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, and Florida's going to open up at some point here too.
Oh, Florida's going to be open by Thanksgiving, but Texas can open up very quickly as well. If Harbaugh becomes available and he wants the Texas job, they'll make that happen. They have enough money to make that happen. Not saying it's going to happen, but they have enough money to make it happen if that's the case. But I still think Harbaugh ends up in Michigan only because he went there and the intrigue of turning it around. Because remember, he turned Stanford around. He turned the Niners around. Remember the Niners before this little streak? The Niners, there wasn't a whole lot of Niner fans out there. Like, there wasn't a whole lot of fans out there during the Tim Rattay and the Alex Smith era. There wasn't a whole lot of fans out there going nuts, every Sunday. He restored a lot of glory in that franchise. And I can tell people this. I remember when Niner season tickets, you could have got them. Like, there wasn't a waiting list for season tickets to the Niners. The year before he came, my friend, who's a lifetime season ticket holder, was debating on whether to get there or not because he really wasn't feeling what was going on with the team. Just really wasn't feeling it. He got him. He's like, they're still, they're accepting people to get them right now. And then now, of course, there's a waiting list. So he restored a lot. Like Jim Harbaugh, he restored a lot of things. But at the end of the day, I think he's the guy that likes challenges, similar to Nick Saban. I think Michigan would be a great spot for him.
We're going to go ahead and take
a lot easier. Plus, the Big Ten's a lot easier. So,
well, yeah, it's the thing that's weird about Harbaugh is he doesn't get along with anybody. The only type of situation that would work for him in the NFL is a job where he's pretty much what Pete Carroll's doing in Seattle. If he had that kind of power, I think that's the only place it would work. Where a hands-off owner that just lets him do everything. That's the only place where it would really work for him in the NFL, because he's not going to get along with any higher ups or anything. It's kind of a Mark Jackson situation in Golden State.
Right, exactly. I mean, and what takes place is if you're not going to if your superiors do not like you, if you have a rocky relationship with them, at the end of the day, their job is safe. As long as the owner likes them, their job is safe. And if you have any problems with the ownership or front office, you can go. And that's what's going to happen eventually, whether it's this year or next year. Harbaugh's not going to sign an extension with the Niners. It's just not going to happen. But also, not a lot of teams are giving away the whole package for coaches anymore either. Very few coaches in the league have I'm the GM and I'm also coach and head of player personnel and all this and that, and getting $7+ million a year. Very few coaches have that. Pete Carroll has that. Chip Kelly has that. I believe Belichick has it to an extent. He has a lot of player personnel roles, but most coaches don't have that. There's a lot of good coaches that have won rings that don't have that. So that's kind of how it is.
All right, we are going to take our first break. We're going to listen to some music. Please call in after the break. Dr. Mayor Jameson. The number is 585-633-7487. You were listening to the Bob Sullivan Show on LateNightSportsRadio.com.
Crowd of emotions stumbling all around my heart. It must mean that you're near me, 'cause I can breathe you like your star. I'd give you everything, I'd take you anywhere you'd ever want to go. Just tell me what it takes to make you mine. Time I've been waiting my life to feel, baby, you love is you. But while my past keeps on fading, say that you're here to stay, baby, don't have to take what's left from me. I feel this flood all around me, drifting through a whole new life, where all I want is to have you, and you're my reason why. I'd give you everything, I'd take you anywhere you'd ever want to go. Just tell me what it takes to make you mine. 'Cause all this time I've been waiting my life to feel, baby, you love is real. Though all my past keeps on fading, say that you're here to stay, baby, don't ever take this love from me. All this time I've been waiting my life to feel, baby, you love is real. Though all my past keeps on fading, say that you're here to stay, baby, don't ever take this love from me. I can breathe you like you start. 'Cause all this time I've been waiting my life to feel, baby, you love is real. But all my past keeps on fading, say that you're here to stay, baby, don't ever take this love from me. All this time I've been waiting my life to feel, baby, you love is real. Keeps on fading, say that you're here to stay, baby, don't ever take this love from me. Baby, don't ever take love from me.
Tell me what's a girl gotta do. Looking at the history doesn't seem to give any clue. Just when I think I understand it all, you seem to unravel some more. Ooh, I never know nobody like you. But I can't seem to figure it through. I wanna make it better, but now I'm scared.